Hello everyone, myself Dr. Isha, and in our today's lecture we'll discuss about attitude. Okay, so why attitude is so important and is a part of our ethical education, because attitude is a basic thing which defines someone's you can say life character, life characteristics, and that is how we judge a person in front of us and how we make someone's our mindset towards someone. So that's why attitude is very important. If we go for a positive attitude and positive outlook, we'll be able to see all the optimistic things. But when we carry a negative attitude, we used to see the pessimistic things. Is it? So basically, when we talk about the ethics, the basic thing, a very first thing to understand is what is attitude, because the attitude is the very basic thing which will further mold your idea towards a person or a field or any of the you can say tangible or non-tangible thing. Okay, so before heading to our topic, let's discuss some important things that we are here with our new courses, which is exclusively for English medium students, and here we'll provide entire course of MPPC of pre and mains in recorded lecture form, along with some test series and answer writing sessions where your writing skills will be enhanced. Okay, we also provide you some prelims examination papers, some courses regarding to preliminary examinations, and some test series. So once you purchase our course, you'll become a member of Telegrams, a special group where all students will be included, and there your regular doubt sessions will be held, and you can interact with with our facilities and all our faculties, and there we can strengthen your preparation collaboratively. Thank you, and if you like to purchase our course, here is my code Dr. Isha. Here is my code RAISHA. You can avail 500 rupees discount over it. So Raksha Academy is basically there with you in your preparation. Thank you. So now let's move on to our topic. We were discussing about attitude. Okay. So what is attitude? Basically, attitude refers to a psychological tendency. What it is? A psychological tendency that is expressed by evaluating a particular object with some degree of favor and disfavor. It object includes people, thing, event or any of the issue. So basically attitude क्या कर रहा है? Attitude आपको define कर रहा है. ठीक है? Sorry for the disturbances. जो एटीट्यूड है वो डिफाइन कर रहा है साइकोलॉजिकल टेंडेंसी को. इट्स अ साइकोलॉजिकल टेंडेंसी. ओके, बिकॉज एटीट्यूड जो है जो आपने अपने माइंड सेट में बनाया है, इट्स योर साइकोलॉजी विच फॉर्म्ड इट. इट्स नीदर रिलेटेड टू द पर्सन, थिंग, ऑब्जेक्ट, any living, non-living thing, tangible or non-tangible thing, but it is just helping you to express or evaluate anything particular of some up to some degree of favor or disfavor. Is it? So जब हम attitude को हिंदी में बात करते हैं, so what is attitude? Attitude को हम कहते हैं बिल्कुल in a basic हिंदी language it is called as रुझान, किसी चीज के प्रति मुख दृष्टि होना, रुख होना, क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं आप. ठीक है, तो that is attitude. Okay, so the pattern of our classes will be bilingual. Okay, we'll discuss your all the notes, your everything will be provided in English. Our classes will be more in English, but we'll use a bilingual format so that we can make a better understanding. And as the ethics is so scoring subject, it is a quite easy subject. You just need to understand the core concept of, and you can write, you can understand it, and you can write in your own language, because there is no layout, a perfect layout for any answer. There are just some definitions and some terms which are to be used. Rather than that, the whole picture of this subject is away, it's quite away from the layout and frameworks. So it's a very scoring subject. It is your strength. You can make it a strength along with your optional. So somewhere it will help you to improve your rank. Okay. So what is attitude? Attitude is a psychological tendency. Is it? So basically it is a feeling, a belief that determine your behavior. ठीक है, it determine your as well as others behavior also. Okay, and it provide a framework for responding a particular fashion. How you will respond to something. If someone taunts you, you know in which fashion you have to particularly describe your feelings, your annoyance, your ridiculousness, or your anger, whatever you will respond. That decides now. It helps you to determine the behavior of person, whether he's calm, he's quiet, he's humble, he's annoying, he's ridiculous, or you can say shabby. So what are these? These all are the adjectives which are defining an attitude, a behavior of a person. The person is so humble, he's so, you can say he's so annoying. So what we are showing? We are showing our attitude, our psychological tendency which has been formed towards that particular person, and then the framework which is there which will help you to respond in a particular fashion, is it? So this is the attitude. How it is defined now? It is a psychological tendency of expressing and evaluating a particular object. Okay, here we are not talking about a collaborative sense in the form of a group. Here we are thinking about a particular thing. Okay, when it comes in a group form, we'll discuss in our lectures. Okay, now attitude जो है, it may be positive or negative. Okay, it can yield favorable behaviors, it can give you negative attributes also. So the negative one will yield the unfavorable behavior, is it? A person who is humble, who is quiet, who is innocent, helping, or you can say frank, so what it will yield? It will yield a favorable behavior. You will also feel the same for them. But if someone is ridiculous or shabby or frowning, so how you will discuss with, you will be disguised with them, है ना? And it will yield an unfavorable behavior. Okay, so there are the variability. There is a lot of variability in there, and we can identify, we can analyze which one of it form a favorable attribute. Okay, so what the thing which is possessing a favorable attribute will bring a favorable attribute to you. ठीक है, so basically we have to identify and analyze ना कि which one of the thing will make us feel in a favorable attitude form. Okay, the person having a positive attitude towards a job and organization will automatically yield a contributive, a best organization in it. But if the person is always annoyed towards his organization, always frowning, there are a lot of grievances, sorrows related to that organization, what he will do? He will yield unfavorable behavior. Automatically, he will be dissatisfied with his job as well as his work, and finally his own life. Okay, so this is the attitude we used to, we are just listening from ages कि positive attitude होना चाहिए, positive attitude. So what is that positive attitude? It is the basically an identified and analyzed form of attitude which will yield a favorable thing. That's why we are saying it, we are being listening from the ages that a person's attitude defines his character, his moralities, and his life. Because his perspective of looking at things, to objectify them, to analyze or identify them, makes his or reflect his own psychological arena, is it? Now comes attitude जो है, it's often a result of experiences, obviously, or upbringing you can say. Because what happens as a child, since your childhood to till date, what all you have gone through, what all your upbringing was, and how you experiences your life in various phases of it. So that will impact or influence your behavior. Somewhere it will be settled in your psychology, because you know at that time this was the thing which I was gone through. It was a quite sorrowful condition. It was awful for me, or this thing was very rejoicing for me. So you know that how it influenced you, how it impacted on your behavioral pattern. Is it? That's why attitude जो है, it is a result of experiences and upbringing. Okay. While attitude जो है, it is an enduring experience and endorsing it. First you endure your experiences, you go through it, you just feel them. and then you endorse it. Okay, so how you are making this connection between endorsing, between enduring, between this impact, this upbringing, the experience, how all these things are connected, and how all these things collectively makes an attitude, how it defines the attitude, how attitude is being formed. So there is a model we call this. Okay, first of all, let's see what comes in attitude. So first comes attitude and its components. Okay, then comes structure and function of attitude. What does the attitude do? How it is structured? How it functions? Then what is cognitive dissonance? How it helps you to make the things, to understand the things, to make yourself becoming more and more reliable on yourself, making you fortified. Then comes social influence, how it influences you, your lifestyle, your way of thinking. Then persuasion, official politics, office politics, how your attitude should be towards office politics, how it helps you to modify it, how you can make changes in those people's attitude towards you, or you can change your towards them, any vice versa case. है ना, public and administrative attitude, how it should be defined, how it should be made, what should be the attitude of an administrative officer towards his subordinates and his seniors. So these all are things which collectively makes a person and defines a person's attitude, is it? So what is the ABC or CAB model? See, first comes the component. What are the components of attitude? एटीट्यूड का सबसे पहला कंपोनेंट आता है कॉग्निटिव. व्हाट इज इट? कॉग्निटिव component. Cognitive is something which is within you, which you have inculcated in you, and since your childhood, since your upbringing. Then comes affective, how it affected you, how it affected your mind, how it affected your psychology, how you made it a part of you. Either you became so free, or you became or you just you can say hold in you in such kind of nutshell. Okay, या तो आप किसी nutshell या cocoon बना लिए हैं अपने आसपास, और you just become a free person. So it's all depend कि आप कैसे affect हुए अपनी cognition से, how you become affected by it. Okay, then it comes final the behavioral pattern. So one thing which came with first components comes the cognitive one. So this shows that how your upbringing, your life experiences, the social interaction, how they molded you, how they molded your psychology. Then comes the affective part, how it affected you, your thinking process, your perception, your determination way. And then comes the behavioral pattern, behavioral component. Now whatever you have taught by everything, whatever happened, then how you were influenced, that will be reflected in your behavior. That will be reflected in your behavior. Whatever you disposes, your words, your actions, your expression, everything, whichever is having a behavioral pattern, will be a part of cognitive and affective part of attitude. And finally, all these are just interlinked to each other. All three are interlinked to each other, which combinedly makes up an attitude. Which combinedly makes up an attitude towards anything. A person, an object, place, or you can say a group of people, anything. So this is called a CAB model or ABC model of attitude, which actually defines you. So there are three components of it. Okay, then comes formation of attitude. So there are a lot of theories we'll undergo. We'll understand how attitude is being formed, what is the reasons behind the attitude formation, what are those things. Okay, so attitude is what? A result of various life experiences since birth to the lifelong span up till you will leave, until you die. There are a lot of experiences which will change your attitude. See, when you were 0 to 5 of the age, your attitude towards to perceive the things were different. Then gradually you can just see it in the scale of 5, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25. See how in this 5-year gaps your perception of observing the things, determining the things, the problems, and to solve them, to influence by the social people, the social life, how it all just become a part of life, and that is how your experiences molded your attitude towards them. है ना? So that is how it just go on changing with your experiences. Then there are a number of theories that identify how the formation of an attitude is happened and how the maintenance of attitude happens. Okay, so there are some theories like classical theory or Pavlovian theory कहते हैं. So there was a scientist named Pavlovian who gave this theory. It's a ringing bell experiment also. Another name of classical theory is ringing bell experiment. Okay, or a dog and a bell experience भी कहा जाता है experience, sorry, experiment. Okay, so there are three names to this classical or Pavlovian theories: ringing bell experiment or dog and bell experiment. Then comes instrumental conditioning. How the instruments helps in conditioning to influence a condition in which an organism, whether it is a human or an animal, will perform the work. Okay. Then comes observational learning. These are some theories which are being part of our syllabus, and they are the direct question thing in mains. Okay, they just used to ask you, or just they will give you a question and you have to make it out that this person is asking about this classical theory one, or he is talking about the formation of attitude theory. Okay, and then final comes the genetic factors. How this genesis helps you to make your attitude, how it helps to define your attitude, how your genes, your DNA is making you a different person. Okay, so these are some theories of attitude formation. Then you will understand the prejudices, the discrimination. This is the negative form of attitude, is it? So what is prejudice and what is discrimination? Both are the negative sentiments. Prejudice is also negative form and discrimination is also negative form. But how it is quite dissimilar to each other, and how this negative attitude is being affected. So let's have a look, just because there are a lot of details which we have discussed in our lectures. So you can come and join there and we'll just discuss them in a lot of details, and we'll talk about how the answer writing should be enhanced, what all points should be there, how your answer should be presented, how the vocabulary should make your answers more enchanting and catchy, what sort of words, vocabulary, charts and flow charts, you can say the boxes should be made, so that your thing which becomes whatever you write is becoming eye catchy and is actually mattering your merit list. So the people ahead and behind you get affected when you write that answer. Okay, your answer writing skill should make an experimental thing on him. Just an explicit value ki, yes, this is the answer, this is the proper justification to the question. That should be the basic you can say crux of your answer. Write in that form, is it? So what are the prejudices? Abstract misapprehension, only in mind, sitting at distance from lower caste individuals, is it? ये बहुत प्रेजुडाइज है कि हमें एक पर्टिकुलर कास्ट से दूर बैठे, तो ये प्रेजुडाइज था. What happens when it comes to discrimination? So when you express your prejudice, like you beat someone or not letting use the resources, so this becomes discrimination. Now this becomes discrimination. Prejudice was something which is your psychological, you can say it is having a psychological bond. When it comes to discrimination, it becomes action या behavioral form, is it? Then meaning to justified when unjustified baseless attitude towards an individual or group of member, and which brings a negative attitude towards like intercaste marriage. So this is what prejudice. A family, a group of people thinking that intercaste marriages are still sin. So that is prejudice. They can't do with it. You can't help them with it. But when it comes to discrimination, there are honor killing or just some unjust negative treatment. Here it was attitude, baseless thought, but discrimination is baseless. Now here it is becoming a behavioral part, na? So this is a baseless, negative, unjust treatment towards a particular one. ठीक है? Prejudices is all about belief, but discrimination is all about action. Nature कैसा है prejudice का? It is non-conscious thing because you don't know that you are showing your annoyance towards some particular caste of people. Okay, but when it comes to discrimination, how you are maltreating them, okay, all those malhandling of those people is not a proper non-conscious thing. It is having a both thing, a conscious and non-conscious, because you are annoying that was non-conscious, but you beat them or just threatened them or insulted them. Includes a consciousness. It includes a consciousness. That's why discrimination has conscious and non-conscious terms. Then it comes to caused by. What is the basis of prejudice? It is stereotyping. Stereotypes. All those orthodox, superstitious, dogmatic things are giving birth to the prejudice. And when it comes to discrimination, so prejudice is the mother of discrimination. Okay, discrimination is born from the prejudice because you were having some misappreciations in you, apprehensions in you, which led to those misconduct towards a particular person or particular individual, group, class, category, etc. Is it? Then what involves negative attitude towards individual group is prejudice. But unfair behavior towards an individual or group makes it discrimination. Okay, then component cognitive and affective component. Prejudice में क्या क्या है? Cognitive and affective, because they are not a form of behavioral thing. It is just in your mind. It's your psychology. But when it came to discrimination, there was a treatment. There was physical activity involved, so it became a behavioral component. Then other comes the legal action. When your psychological when your psychology is thinking something which is misapprehension, okay, then you can't take any legal action towards it because it's just in thought process. But when it came up with the behavioral component, when those thoughts came up with action, there is a legal action towards it. You can say the Prevention of Atrocities Act of 1991. Okay, so all these are actually making it. Then comes persuasion. How a person is being persuaded, how they are an attempt to change person attitude is called persuasion. Now, how people are making you, like the marketing people are just forcing you to buy, how they are changing your attitude towards their product, that product is so good that you should purchase it. The problem solving strategy rely on appeals than force. They're appealing you constantly to buy that product because that product is best. They are just persuading you by their words. So it can be symbolic by verbal meanings or images or deliberate attempt to influence other. जानबूझकर किया चला deliberate attempt है. Okay, so this is persuasion. Thank you. If you like our classes, then please come and use the code RAISHA, okay, on our Raksha Academy platform. Thank you so much. This is the code, and you can use it, and you can avail a discount of 500. Thank you so much.